Our legal counsel, Charlie O'Hara, here today. 436-1212 is the number to dial to speak with him. Good morning, Charlie. How are you this morning?
I'm much better now. It's cool.
Yeah, did you get some rain this morning?
A little bit of rain.
Okay, I still hear it thundering outside.
I did too.
We do have a few callers already on the line, ready to speak with Charlie, so we'll get to those phones. Go ahead, caller. What's your question this morning? Go ahead, caller. What's your question for Charlie this morning?
Yes, my question is, an educational loan company is asking for my tax records, and I just kind of want to know, is that legal for them to do that?
Well, I don't know the complete circumstances of that, but obviously your tax records are something that are private to you, and you shouldn't be disclosing those to anybody. I don't know whether if it's a collection agency, you shouldn't be giving them your tax records at all. If it's something having to do with getting a loan sometimes or obtaining a loan, the people that are loaning you the money want to know what money you're making, and the way you prove that is with your tax return. But normally, if you've already got a tax return, you should, I would think the best thing to do if you've already got a loan is to not give them to that. Ask them the authority that they have to ask for that. I would inquire. That's something pretty private you don't want out to anybody.
Yeah, sounds a little sketchy there.
It does sound sketchy.
Okay, thank you, Charlie. All right, we do have another caller on the line for Charlie. Go ahead, caller. What's your question this morning?
Yes, I've been approached by, I suppose it's a collection agency, about a bill from 1996 that was supposed to have been guaranteed with the savings, and we got a return, and now they're calling us saying that we owe that bill, but they won't send us any proof. They won't. All they do is just keep harassing.
Well, that's an awfully old bill. I think they would have to do some things to keep that bill alive, so you owe that. What happens is these collection agencies buy the overdue bills in bulk, and they may buy them for 10 cents on the dollar, so anything they can get out of you would be a profit to them, so they really try to bug you. You need to not answer the phone. Tell them if they're going to do something, send it to an attorney. If they're really going to collect it, you can hire your own attorney or talk to the attorney and find out if there's any validity in that bill. I would say at that old a bill, probably not to pay it. There's kind of a problem. Some of these bills have come up here recently because of computer records. When people go to computers, they're finding all these old bills. And so a lot of people are having things come out of the 90s that they didn't even know about.
Wow. But
that's pretty old, so I'd probably advise you to not pay it initially.
Right, and we had a call a few weeks ago about someone getting those harassing phone calls, and a lot of times people just find them annoying, but you can stop that, or at least try to stop it.
Yeah, I think if it gets too bad, you ought to call the authorities, either the district attorney's office here, Consumer Affairs, or the Attorney General's office in Topeka. They both have parts of their offices that would deal with those types of situations.
Right, because they're not supposed to be harassing you like that.
No, they're not, and they tend to do that because they want that money so bad.
Right. Okay, thanks, Charlie. We do have one more call on the line. Go ahead, caller. What's your question this morning?
Yeah, I got a question. I'm self-employed, kind of. I get paid kind of like under the table. I have been for the last year, and I just got in an accident on a four-wheeler, and I got 3 of my fingers ripped off. And I went to try to get disability, and I was denied. Is there any way I could go around that and so I don't get denied?
Well, there's a whole bunch of things going on in that question. If you're getting paid under the table, you're supposed to report that income. I mean, you don't get income for free. If you're making money, you're supposed to file a tax return. So if you didn't do that, that puts you in kind of a bad position. If you go in and ask for disability and claim that you're making money but you've never reported the money, then you're admitting you committed a crime with the IRS. So you're getting yourself in a real problem. You need to file a tax return. If you file a tax return, then I would think you'd be able to get the disability that you're talking about. But you probably need to follow the law and file a tax return.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with the IRS.
That's not a good thing to do.
That's what I've heard several times. Okay, thank you, Charlie. Appreciate your time here today. Well, like a zombie rising from the grave, the stock market was killed and then got back up again. It was scary enough, though, that the E-Trade baby couldn't even handle it. You know him. We're going to take a closer look, as only Jeannie Mose can do. We'll have that in just a moment.